invest in yourself to the point that it makes someone else want to invest in you. Good day, I hope you're well. My name is Veliswa Tia, and today I'd like to talk about a very important topic of investing in yourself. To invest in yourself is to put in time, effort, and money into things that add value to you. It is taking the time to embark on all the things that will help you become the very best version of yourself. It is putting in effort into things that will help you operate at your best. Let's say, for example, you want to be a manager in a large organization where you oversee a large group of people. However, you struggle to speak to large groups of people. How you would invest in yourself in that scenario is that you would probably embark on a course that will help you be able to talk to large groups of people. Something more like Toastmasters. That is how you would be able to invest in yourself. That is how you would help yourself operate at your best. All you are doing when you're investing in yourself is putting in time, effort, and resources behind you to help you operate at your best and become the best version of yourself. And so today I'd like to share a few points of how I think you can invest better in yourself. But before I get onto that, please do the right things, like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more awesome content. The first point is time investment. Marcus Aurelius. To what use am I now putting in the powers of my soul? Examine yourself on this point at every step. In everything we do, we should ask ourselves, to what use am I now putting in the powers of my soul? Where we put the powers of our souls is where we invest our lives. Time is one thing that cannot help but produce. It is in the character of time to produce something. Now, whether or not what is produced favors us is completely up to us. Now, whether time produces the best version of us or the worst version of us is completely up to us. But time must produce something. When we talk about people who waste their time, we talk about people who poorly invest their time. We all have the opportunity to produce something amazing. However, a lot of us invest our time poorly. We spend too much of our time watching TV, sleeping, or caring about what other people think of us, as opposed to us focusing on ourselves and analyzing whether or not we are making the best use of our time. Imagine there was a logbook for our lives, a logbook that shows how we invested our time, how much of our time we spent in the service of others, how much of our time we spent developing our gifts and talents, how much of our time we spent teaching others, and how much of our time we spent doing absolutely nothing. We neither gained anything nor gave anything. I think a lot of us would be surprised how much of our lives would be in this blank space, how much of our lives we would have spent doing absolutely nothing, not receiving anything, not giving anything. Now, I'm not a person who sits there hourly checking every hour, what am I doing with my time? However, how I try to monitor my time investment is by being highly conscious of what is in my environment. Is what is in my environment adding value or not? If I find there's a lot of things in my environment that are not adding value, then I know that I must remove all these things because they are wasting my time. Jim Rohn says we don't get paid for time, we get paid for value. So I only want in my environment things that add value to me, things that help me become better. If it doesn't add value, it is not worth my time. Time moves slowly, but passes quickly. The second point is read to expand. The man who does not read has no advantage over the man who cannot read. That's by Mark Twain. There are a number of ways to gain knowledge today. However, there's still a great value in the book. Read an autobiography to understand how similar but different we are. We are all convinced that we have unique fears and aspirations. However, read about a person, read about the details of a person, and you'll understand how similar we all are. A book allows you to see yourself in the details of others. I'm always amazed how writers can explain how they feel. I'm always amazed how writers can break down their emotions into fine details. A lot of people struggle to explain how they feel. A lot of people struggle to explain themselves. However, through exposing yourself to reading, you equip yourself with the ability to explain yourself through other people's words. Writers have the ability to explain things very well. The more you read, the more you can help yourself as well be better able to explain yourself through their words. Reading gives you access to other people's observations and experiences. It will take me a long time to have enough experience and observations to write the book How to Make Friends and Influence People. I only wanted to invest a week in what took him years to gain. I'm able to do that through reading his book. And so I cheaply profit from the great expense of his experience. We also now have the advantage of audiobooks. Have someone read a book to you while you're on your way to work, while you're making dinner. You no longer have to schedule time or make time to read a book. You can read a book while you're busy doing something else. On the description box below, I'll share a link to one of the sites that I use for audiobooks. The third point is connect with people. Find a mentor. A mentor is someone who takes on the commitment to educate, guide, and support someone who is taking responsibility for their own development. Oprah Winfrey says a mentor is someone who allows you to see the hope in yourself. I first got exposed to a mentor in one of the companies that I used to work for. In that company, you had to select a mentor upon completing your first company appraisal. So after you selected your first company appraisal, you had to set goals for your next company appraisal. And then you'd also have to select people that you would think would be able to help you achieve those goals, subsequently choosing mentors. I chose my mentor based on her years of experience, how much I respected her, as well as the fact that I thought we could work well together. However, I also understand now how important it is that you trust your mentor, because sometimes you may get hard feedback and it's difficult for you to accept hard feedback where you don't trust the person giving it to you. It is easier to accept difficult feedback when you trust that the person wants you to be better. And so it's also important now I understand when selecting a mentor that you also trust the person. A mentor can have access to people that you didn't even know you needed. A mentor may have access to doors that you didn't even know existed. Because of your mentor, your name could be discussed in strategic meetings that would have taken you years to have access to. But because your mentor has already covered those years, your name is also ahead just because of your mentor. I truly always want to also add value to my mentors. I really enjoy it when I feel like they're also benefiting from our relationship. I always get excited when my mentor says she's never heard anyone explain things the way that I explain them to them. Or they became incredibly curious about something simply because of how excited I was about it, that they also feel like they also want to learn about it. I really do want to also give them something. It is a relationship. I also want them to receive from me. The fourth point is health is wealth. I was recently watching a report on Bloomberg about a man who had a heart attack on a Sunday while working at home. The man reported that during this experience, the first thing he thought of was how this experience was going to interrupt his life, and that he had a meeting with his manager the next day. The man is having a heart attack, but what plays his mind is a work meeting. This report may have gotten some attention, but it's nothing new. A lot of people are sacrificing their health for their job, and a number of companies keep rolling out wellness days while not addressing the cultures that allow these situations to happen. Good health is like taking a loan. To maintain a good relationship with the lender, you must make regular payments. Deciding that you're not going to make payments now and only later is not going to build a great relationship with the lender. Deciding that you're only going to take care of your health later is not going to help build a good relationship with your body. Make the payments now. Invest in your health now. The fifth and final point is invest time in knowing who you are. I'm very passionate about this point. One of the first videos I made for this channel is understanding your purpose. I'll link it into this video. It is so important that you understand who you are so you can know how to work well with yourself. How will you work with yourself if you don't even know what makes you strong and what makes you weak? It is very important that you take the time to study yourself, observe yourself, so that you may know who you are. I always make this example that a person is like a system, and that a lot of people go throughout their lives not knowing how this system works. They don't know what makes them strong and what makes them weak. They're basically operating blindly. Take the time to know who you are. According to Nietzsche, finding ourselves is one of the most fundamental endeavors of our lives. He encourages us to find our why. He who has a why to live for can bear almost anyhow. Your why helps you to keep going. It helps you to keep moving. When you are tired, when you are feeling defeated, but have found your why, you have a reason to get up and keep going. And so it's so important that you invest the time into finding this person, into understanding this person, so that you may understand this person's why. I link both of those videos because I think it is so important that you invest time in knowing who you are. It is one of the most fundamental endeavors of our lives. He who has a why to live for can bear almost anyhow. And that is it. I thank you so much for your time. If you found value in this video, please do the right things, like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more awesome content. I am Veniswa Tia, and I thank you for your time. Bye.